Everyone to the 28th meeting in 2019 of the Delegated Powers and Law Reform Committee, and can I welcome the committee members back after the parliamentary recess. Hope you all had a good time. The first item of business is to propose the committee takes items 6, 7 and 8 in private, so do we agree to that? Okay. Agenda item 2, we're considering an instrument subject to the affirmative procedure and no points have been raised on the relayed draft conservation, natural habitats, etc. miscellaneous amendments, Scotland Regulations 2019. So is the committee content with this instrument? Right. Agenda item 3 is to consider instruments that are subject to negative procedure. No points have been raised on SSIs 2019, 312, 320 and 322. Is the committee content with these? Okay, agenda item 4, we're considering the proposed draft deposit and return scheme for Scotland Regulations 2020 SG 2019-164. The purpose of the proposed draft regulations is to establish a deposit and return scheme for drinks containers. Several errors have been identified in the proposed draft regulations. Regulation 9 provides that SEPA must consider any representations made by a, quote, scheme administrator before their registration may be cancelled. Additionally, this should provide that SEPA must consider any representations made by producers themselves, as well as those made by scheme administrators on producers' behalf. Regulations 14.1, 15.1a and 15.5 make reference to a scheme administrator applying for approval when they should instead refer to an applicant applying for approval. The definition of scheme administrator also means that reference to approved scheme administrators in Regulations 15.4 and 16 should remove the word approved, as by definition scheme administrators are approved. There is also an error in Regulation 27.8 where it mistakenly refers to paragraph 7 rather than paragraph 6. The Scottish Government's acknowledged that these are errors and has undertaken to correct them when the draft regulations are laid. So a couple of questions. Does the committee wish to draw these proposed draft regulations to the attention of Parliament under the general reporting ground due to the errors that have been identified? Yeah. And the second one is, does the committee wish to welcome the Scottish Government's undertaking to correct these errors? Okay. Agenda item 5 is to consider instruments that are not subject to any parliamentary procedure. No points have been raised by our advisors on SSIs 2019, 304, 310, 314, 316, 317, 318, 328, 329 and 330. But if I can just refer to 316, which is an instrument to do with the Homelessness, etc. Scotland Act 2003, the instrument brings into force sections 4 and 8 of that Act. Now bear in mind that it dates from 2003, so there is quite a gap, and I would propose that the committee writes to the government to ask for an explanation of why there's been such a delay. Are we agreed to that? Okay, so we'll do that. And notwithstanding that, is the committee content with the instruments? Okay, thank you. And I'll move the meeting into private.